LGBTQ plus history is not a modern story. It is a hidden thread woven through centuries of human civilization, often erased, misunderstood, or deliberately silenced. Long before the term LGBTQ plus existed, ancient cultures recorded diverse expressions of gender and sexuality. In ancient Mesopotamia, texts describe priests who lived outside traditional gender roles. In Greece, relationships between men were not only acknowledged, but, in certain contexts, respected. Even in India, ancient scriptures and temple carvings quietly depict fluid identities, suggesting that diversity was once part of accepted social reality. But as societies evolved, particularly under the influence of rigid religious and colonial systems, these identities were pushed into the shadows, labeled immoral and often criminalized. One of the most intriguing and lesser-known discussions revolves around historical figures whose identities remain debated. Christopher Columbus, often remembered solely as the explorer who discovered the Americas, is a subject of speculation among historians. Some scholars have questioned aspects of his personal life and writings, suggesting ambiguities in his relationships and identity. While there is no definitive proof, these discussions highlight a broader truth. History has often been written through a narrow lens, leaving many personal identities deliberately obscured or lost. As time moved into the medieval and early modern periods, LGBTQ plus individuals faced increasing persecution. In Europe, laws criminalized same-sex relationships, and countless lives were destroyed under accusations of unnatural acts. Yet even in these oppressive times, hidden communities formed. Secret codes, underground meeting places, and coded language became tools of survival. One mystery historians still explore is how these hidden networks manage to exist under constant threat, passing knowledge and identity from one generation to the next without leaving clear records. The 19th and early 20th centuries marked a turning point. Science began to study sexuality, though often with bias, labeling it as a disorder. But this period also saw the quiet emergence of activism. In Germany, one of the world's first LGBTQ plus rights organizations was founded, only to be destroyed during the Nazi regime, erasing years of progress almost overnight. This destruction remains one of the most tragic and lesser-known losses in LGBTQ plus history, as entire archives and research were burned, leaving gaps that historians are still trying to piece together. The modern movement truly ignited in 1969 with the Stonewall Uprising in New York City, when members of the LGBTQ plus community resisted police harassment. This moment was not just a protest, it was a declaration of existence. From there, Pride movements spread globally, transforming social perception slowly but powerfully. Yet the journey was far from easy. The AIDS crisis in the 1980s devastated the community, while also exposing deep-rooted stigma and forcing activism into the global spotlight. It became a defining moment that reshaped both medical awareness and social attitudes. Today, the social image of LGBTQ plus individuals continues to evolve. In many parts of the world, there is growing acceptance, legal recognition, and representation in media, politics, and culture. Yet in other regions, discrimination and legal challenges persist. This contrast reveals an ongoing global tension between progress and resistance. Social media and digital platforms have amplified voices that were once silenced, turning personal stories into powerful movements. What makes LGBTQ plus history so compelling is not just the struggle, but the resilience, the ability of individuals and communities to survive, adapt, and redefine themselves across centuries. It is a story filled with hidden narratives, unanswered questions, and rediscovered truths. As historians continue to uncover lost voices and reinterpret the past, one thing becomes clear. LGBTQ plus history is not separate from human history. It is an essential part of it, shaping societies in ways that are only now being fully understood.